The restaurant appeared quietly, squeezed between a laundromat and a florist, with a flickering neon sign that read Maison de Goût. Locals whispered that it existed only for those who stumbled upon it, and Sophie, a young chef with a hunger for novelty, walked in one quiet evening, drawn by rumors of dishes so perfect they left diners craving more long after leaving. The first courses were flawless. The soup was rich, velvety, warming her from the inside out. The fish delicate and tender, the vegetables crisp and bright. But the second main course, a pale, almost translucent meat in a glossy sauce, left a metallic taste on her tongue and a strange heaviness in her stomach. Dismissing it as nerves, she finished the dish. When dessert arrived, a dark chocolate mousse topped with spun sugar, Sophie felt an unshakable craving. The taste was intoxicating, and she ate quickly, ignoring the faint nausea rising in her chest. By the time she left, her limbs felt weak, her head dizzy, and dark bruises were forming along her arms and torso. That night, the nausea worsened, her pulse thudding erratically, and she noticed something impossible. Subtle, flickering movements under her skin, like tiny pulses or shifts. She pressed her fingers to her stomach and felt a faint, unnatural squirming that made her gasp. In the following days, she couldn't stop thinking about the restaurant, the flavors, the textures. She tried to ignore the sensations inside her, but they grew stronger, sharper, almost deliberate. Her reflection in the mirror seemed subtly altered, her eyes too bright, her movements slightly delayed. She felt drawn back to the restaurant, not by hunger, but by the need to eat again, as though the food had imprinted itself on her in a way that went far beyond taste. Each visit worsened the symptoms: nausea, bruises, fleeting movements under her skin that she couldn't explain. Sometimes she caught them in the mirror, tiny rhythmic pulses beneath the surface. She began to wonder if the restaurant had implanted something inside her, something living, chemical or both, slowly taking root with each bite, compelling her to return. And yet, despite the fear, she could not resist. That night, alone in her apartment, Sophie felt a sudden, violent pain in her stomach. She doubled over, gasping, as something wriggled and thrashed beneath her skin with a force that made her collapse to the floor. She clawed at herself, screaming, but the movements were relentless. Suddenly, small dark shapes burst through her skin, no larger than the tip of a finger. Slimy and pale, wriggling away across the floor toward the shadows in her apartment. Her reflection in the mirror was gone. All she saw was her body trembling, her skin broken by what had grown inside her, giving birth to something alive that belonged neither to her nor the world she knew. By morning, the apartment was empty and silent, except for faint streaks of blood across the walls and the small wet tracks leading to the cracks in the floorboards. Sophie was gone. The restaurant, as always, waited quietly, its door slightly ajar, the flickering neon sign humming softly in the night.